What's up, everybody? Welcome to Talk Wrestling here on NoDQ.com and YouTube, of course. I have a question that's... Actually, not a question. I have a topic that has a couple different questions to it, and it's been talked about for the last month or so on NoDQ and the various wrestling websites. It's about the Old School Nitro that WWE is proposing, or rumored to be proposing. 101R Smith says, ever since going to NoDQ and seeing rumors of an Old School Nitro, I started thinking about WCW. Based on the wrestling community of 2001, would it have continued its downward spiral, pun intended, or could it have been salvaged? You know, you guys gotta understand something. Both Eric Bischoff in his book and The Death of WCW said in their book, the true death of WCW was the fact that the new head of Turner Sports on television, Jamie Kellner, I want to say his name was, took the shows off the networks. If WCW still had the network deals, I think it would have been saved. I think they would have had to shut down and reboot. I mean, completely. Not that stupid thing they did in 2000 where they had, a week off and did the best of WCW, and, then they came back and Bischoff and Russo tried to, fix things. They need a complete shutdown and reboot. And unfortunately, like Bischoff said, without the TV deal, WCW is worth $20. So, the fact that Vince paid, $3.5 million for it was, he paid too much. But he got all the video library and everything like that, so he made his money on the deal. Yes, it could have been salvaged, but, in the grand scheme of things, WCW was great for about a year, about 2 years, and then it just became just horrible to watch, and much like WWE has been, and WWE is nowhere near as bad as WCW was. TNA, up until recently, was WCW bad, and it's still on the cusp there, but WCW was by far the worst thing to watch the last, I dare say, 18 to 24 months of its existence. It was just god-awful. And Pretty Ricky Fan wants to know how I would book an Old School Nitro. First of all, I wouldn't do it. That's just my personal thing. I feel that the dead should let rest in peace, and I think it should just be not there. I would personally bring in guys like DDP and Goldberg, strictly for nostalgia, because, I don't like Goldberg. I've never liked Goldberg on a personal or professional level. Just not a fan. And DDP, for all, he seems to be in good shape still. He's doing the yoga stuff. He's doing whatever he's doing now. So if he can go for a match, then bring him back. Hell, go for it. The biggest thing that would need to make the Nitro succeed would be an NWO reunion. Obviously, you're not going to get Hulk. He's booked up with TNA. You're not going to get Eric Bischoff. He's booked up with TNA. What you need to do is bring back the original Wolfpack. And I mean Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Sean Waltman. Those three guys made up the nucleus of the Wolfpack. They made up the workhorse of the Wolfpack, the NWO. If you bring back those guys in the NWO reunion, that would be a success on the Old School Nitro. Have some title matches, have the World Heavyweight Champion, which is the former WCW belt, of course. Have Kane face the Big Show, the former WCW Champion. Have the U.S. Champion, Daniel Bryan, face a former U.S. Champion like Goldust or something, Have the Cruiserweight match between Mysterio and Chavo, Have a War Games match. Have Nexus fight, 5 of the top guys in WWE in a War Games match, That would be something that would bring me into Nitro. That would be something that, would make me remember WCW fondly. Having WCW matches, War Games, the Cruiserweights, the NWO, all that stuff. But like I said, I wouldn't book Nitro in the first place. I think that WCW died a horrific, slow, agonizing death. And I think if you try to, resurrect it now, people are just going to shit on it, even though it's been almost 10 years. But as always, I'm a man who seeks out opinion. What do you guys think on YouTube? I got some feedback on Facebook. I'll take a look at that.